All right, so we were robbed as fans in this game. We were robbed. This was the game I was most anticipating of this week. All week long, I was like, man, I can't wait to see what happens. I can't wait to see. Because you got two great quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts, who isn't necessarily your prototype type of quarterback, but he's so dominant as a dual threat. And you got Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, and the last pick in the draft, things like that. People don't believe in what he's done. He is 8-0 since he had started. And you got these two great defenses. So you know it was going to be a great game. It wasn't going to be a bloodbath either way. Two great teams going at it. And at the start of the game, it was like a battle of the coaches' challenges early on. Because the Eagles on their opening drive, Devontae Smith on 4th and 3 had this one-handed catch that it looked like a catch from the angle that we saw on the television. But quickly the Eagles got back to the line, and we later learned that he didn't catch that ball. He didn't come all the way down with it as he hit the ground. And the Eagles scored on that drive. And so it's 7-0 when it shouldn't be. And it's because of coaches not throwing the challenge flag out there. And on the next drive, as the 49ers were on their way, Brock Purdy gets hit as he throws. Or he got hit just before he threw. The ball goes flying. The Eagles recover it, and it's ruled an incomplete pass. The Eagles throw their challenge flag. This is the first two possessions of the game. The Eagles throw their challenge flag. And immediately they learn that, oh, that's a fumble. His arm wasn't moving forward yet when that ball came out. And so now the Eagles have the ball because they threw their challenge flag. And along with that, to add insult to injury, no pun intended, Brock Purdy is done for the game, pretty much. He's got hit on the elbow and he can't feel his arm, he can't feel his fingers, he can't throw the ball. So he sits out. And so the 49ers, I mean, what are the odds, man? Their fourth string quarterback has to come in the NFC Championship game. The fourth string. Trey Lance goes down at the beginning of the season. Jimmy Garoppolo goes down. And now Brock Purdy's gone down. And Josh Johnson comes in as the fourth string quarterback. What are the odds? And you know what, folks? He got hurt too. I mean, my gosh, man. They couldn't catch a break. He gets hurt. He gets put in the concussion protocol, and he hits his head on the back of the turf. He hit the back of his head on the turf. And immediately I thought, all right, I think it's time that quarterbacks get a different helmet than everybody else. Like, there should be some added padding to the back of their helmets because this is starting to become a trend, at least this season. It's starting to become a trend of what's going on. Of all these quarterbacks getting hit and falling on the back of their head and getting concussed from it. Add some more padding. I think it'll help. But we'll do more research on that later. But after all this happened and Brock Purdy can't go out there, and then Josh Johnson goes down, Christian McCaffrey, the star running back, is supposed to suit up at quarterback now. So Brock Purdy has to come back in knowing he can't throw the ball. Everybody in the stadium knows he can't throw the ball. And so they try to just run the ball for the rest of the game. Clearly that does not work. And the Eagles easily win this game with everybody, pretty much healthy on their squad going forward. And the 49ers are fighting tooth and nail with everything they got, but it's just not enough against this great of a defense when you are one-dimensional. You can't even throw the ball. Brock Purdy was like 3 for 3 for the game tonight through the air. And that's all he got. But man, we got robbed as fans. We got robbed. I will say this did show that the 49ers system, their offense, doesn't just work with any quarterback. Because Josh Johnson wasn't able to do what Brock Purdy was doing. So at least people got to see that Brock Purdy is valuable. So that's going to cause some questions for what they do next year. We'll see who's the starting quarterback. I think it should be Brock Purdy. That's just me, though.
You're listening to the Rip Jersey Podcast